The feds just pulled up on Yo Gotti at his house to do the raid. Angela Simmons ran out the back. She said it's over with between her and Yo Gotti. She don't want to have to sit down and wait till Yo Gotti goes through this case and comes out, because everybody knows Yo Gotti has something to do with the Young Dolph situation, man. This is what all the fingers keep pointing back to, and the sources in Memphis are saying that Young Dolph and Yo Gotti had a beef for many, many years, and it led up to these very moments. If you guys are supporters of Young Dolph, go ahead and comment the Dolph emoji in the comment section. Like this video, make sure you subscribe and share, especially if y'all rocking with Dolph. Let me know where y'all from, man. Let's go. So now that the feds, they went to door to every single person from CMG, and they all said the same exact thing. Yo Gotti is the person y'all want to talk to. Everybody else said that they don't know nothing, they didn't see nothing, they pled the fifth, they act like they weren't there or anything like that. But it's because they know for a fact that the feds, they want to get Yo Gotti. This is the person that they're trying to get close to. That's the reason why they went one by one to all the members of CMG to try to get them to basically build up a pattern of them saying that Yo Gotti's the one that knows the most, or he's the one that did it. And after talking to many people, especially Govan Hernandez, who was the ringleader of this whole entire thing, they're blaming Yo Gotti for this. They said he's the one who put the money up. He's the one that had the problems with Young Dolph. It was him and bigjook all the way. And so this is what led the investigators to pull up feds right on Yo Gotti, man. They came in, battering ram right through his door. Angela Simmons was crying. Yo Gotti's sister was trying to like get in between and get in the way. Yo Gotti, he went and tried to hide in the basement. They came and grabbed him right away. They shackled him up and brought him in because they know that he has a lot of explaining to do, because Young Dolph didn't just get hit up for no reason. Somebody had to put that money on his head, and the rumor has it, the word on the street around Memphis is that Yo Gotti was the one who dropped the $500K on Dolph's head. This is why Young Dolph girlfriend Mia J, his wife, they were about to get married, and she was talking about how they put money on Young Dolph's head, and she heard in the streets that this was going on, and that's why after she decided to say, you know what, she got $100,000 for whoever catches the people that did this to Dolph. She was basically trying to match the offer of, if they're gonna put money on Dolph's head, then she's gonna put money up to catch the people that did it. And that's what was going on at that time. And a lot of people didn't realize the actual importance of blacyoungsta, moneybaggyo being there, because of the fact that this is the same usual suspects, and bigjook having the role that he played in it. He's always the street guy for Yo Gotti. He does a lot of the dirty work that Yo Gotti can't do, because it would put him on a case right away. And bigjook was actually known to have had his own history and his own beef with Young Dolph. And so this is why a lot of people think that Yo Gotti and bigjook, they're brothers. They work together to try to find a way to get like Dolph out the way. Basically, a lot of these dudes, they had these built up beefs, frustration, anger. They were salty about the baby mama situation. They were just salty about the fact that Young Dolph, he got super rich, man, and he didn't have to listen to what they said. And the whole entire city of Memphis, they picked sides, and they chose Young Dolph as the one to support. They even went out of their way to name Young Dolph the king of Memphis, to send a direct message at Yo Gotti to let him know that he doesn't run anything in Memphis. Young Dolph is the one who runs everything. And so this is what kind of pushed it, because it blew everything out of the water, to where Yo Gotti was like, man, we've been working our whole lives to be able to be the people who run Memphis. They're wondering, how did Dolph just come and pass him up so quick and become the king of Memphis? They wanted what he had, and they were mad at him for it, that they couldn't get it. And they went to Young Dolph. Yo Gotti tried to basically get him on CMG, but he was doing it in a bad way, where he was actually like trying to throw his original artist out into the streets and give him no more bread, no more opportunity, just to be able to try to get something off a Young Dolph check. And so this is why Young Dolph, he never had no respect for Yo Gotti, because he said he can't respect the fact that he's trying to get signed Dolph, and he's taking the money away from the other artists and the other people he's helping. He says you can't do something like that, and this is why Young Dolph said he don't need Yo Gotti's help. He went and did a lot of stuff and built the whole empire on his own, and they got mad and mad every time that they seen Dolph buy another Lamborghini, get another mansion, and put on another artist and get another #1 hit. Yo Gotti and them kept getting madder and madder, and they realized that all of the fans that used to be on Yo Gotti's side, like actually now they're fans of Young Dolph, because Dolph took over the whole city of Memphis, and that's what left Bigjook and Yo Gotti salty, because they've been trying to do all the street work and trying to get the streets to be on their side, but in reality Dolph had everything on lock, and this is why he was the #1 coming out of Memphis. They wanted to be the #1, and so that's why they, in their mind, it was always some type of hate. This is why they didn't even second guess trying to set him up. They already wanted to do something to Dolph because they were mad at him and jealous and envious, and the greed and all of that got to them. They were hypnotized by the hate. So every time that years and years came down, months and months, they were like, you know what, if we ever get the money, we gonna set Dolph up and this and that and the third. And so they decided that they were gonna have Govan and Bigjook be the guys, the front man of the whole operation. They were gonna, Yo Gotti was gonna give them the money, then they'd go and take the hit money and go pay off the street dudes who was gonna follow Young Dolph and the cookie shop people. Whoever has something to do with it, they're all about to get the karma, because the justice for Young Dolph is coming soon, and everybody knows that these dudes can't just get away with it. They never planned on what was gonna happen and how they get away. They thought that it was gonna be an unsolved case and that nobody would care, just because it was just another type of thing that happened in Memphis. A lot of the times they don't solve all of the crimes that happen there. But when you talking about a RICO case, the fact that they got Yo Gotti, moneybaggyo, they got them all in the Bentley, they know how much money they put on Dolph's head. This whole thing, when you do something like that and you try to set somebody up and you got all these people involved, and it's over 20 people that participated in the whole setup, the feds are going to go to all of the palm pieces and the chess pieces, the people who are the lower men of the operation. They're going to tell them, we'll blame everything on you if you don't tell on the next person. And they keep telling on each other, going up the list, until now the feds are looking at Yo Gotti because they want to get him as the head of the whole operation, because that's what they do when they do the RICO charges, is they try to take out the kingpins, the ringleaders, and the masterminds. They already got Govan. He was the mastermind. He told on Bigjook, and Bigjook was about to tell on his own brother Yo Gotti to be able to get off of all charges. And once they all told on Yo Gotti, that's when the feds was gonna do the whole raid and basically bring Yo Gotti in during the trial and make him the #1 suspect in this whole entire thing, because this is what they do when the RICOs hit. The feds have a 99% success rate. They already know all the information revolving around what Yo Gotti did, the part he played, who he paid off, who he called, and everything. They have the call logs of them all communicating together the whole time, and Young Dolph's name was brought up 87 times during all of the text messages and the calls. Why were they talking about Young Dolph so much 2 days before he ends up being found in the front of the cookie shop? Like, there's no coincidence to this. They were all plotting on him. They had a secret meeting inside the restaurant, and this is where they were trying to draw up the play. They had everybody that was involved in it there. They even had Lil Migo, who was beefing with Keyglock. He was beefing with Grove Hero. He was also had a lot to do with the fact that he was egging on the whole beef right when the whole situation unfolded, and his friends and everybody, they all were the ones who ended up getting caught for sliding in that two-door, basically the foreign car, to pull up on the cookie shop. And the feds already got the license plate and the whole fingerprints inside the Bentley truck. They know that it was blacyoungsta, Yo Gotti, Bigjook, and Govan inside there, and it was Moneybagyo's car. So this is why everybody got thrown in the mix. They looking at all of the ways that it could have happened. They know for a fact that it's a lot of people who are trying to hide something. This is why they got them to tell on each other. They offered them a whole meal and all of these tickets to the game to see John Morant in order for them to cooperate against Yo Gotti in this investigation. The fact that they got the leaked phone calls from T-Mobile that shows them talking about how Young Dolph just pulled up Young Dolph at the interview and how they just got Young Dolph keys and how they were going to follow him to the whole Ruth Chris restaurant. They have everything on recording, and the footage from all of the Ring door cameras and the other businesses who had the footage. Like, there was businesses other than the cookie shop and the laundromat, the Church's Chicken across the street, the gas station had footage. They reviewed everything. They seen the Bentley truck driving by all of them, and they seen how they brought Dolph there and everything that was happening in the back of the shop, the way that all the witnesses described and what the footage doesn't show. The feds already seen it, and this is why they went ahead and went to go pick up Yo Gotti, because they're about to solve this whole Dolph thing. The trial's about to come, and y'all got to stay tuned for all of the Young Dolph updates.